Anime Final Quest came out just yesterday, but with this beginner guide, you will be able to progress much faster and become significantly stronger in a very short time. In this video, I am going to walk you through every important part of the game and explain the best approach for new players, so you do not waste time or resources early on. Let us start with the most important part of the game: weapons. Your main source of damage in Anime Final Quest comes from weapons. Right now, there are 5 weapons available in the game: 1 rare, 1 epic, 2 legendary, and 1 mythic. Any legendary weapon or higher is already more than enough to clear content comfortably. One of the best weapons you can get early on is the umbrella weapon, because it has very high base damage and strong area of effect skills, which makes clearing groups of enemies much easier. Every weapon can also have a trait. Traits are extremely important, but early on you do not need to chase expensive ones. The best and cheapest traits I recommend for beginners are Power 2 or Power 3. These traits increase your basic attack damage, also known as M1 damage, which is the most important damage type in the game. Investing in power traits early will give you the biggest boost for the lowest cost. Besides weapons, you also have gears. There are 4 different gears in the game, and 2 of them stand out the most: the rare health gear and the mythical time stop gear. The health gear heals you and nearby players over time, which is extremely useful, especially on higher difficulties like Nightmare. The time stop gear is even stronger because it completely freezes enemies for around 10 seconds. During that time, you can deal damage freely without any risk, which makes it incredibly powerful for both bosses and difficult waves. Next, we have Awakenings. Right now there is only 1 awakening available in the game, which is Agris. The good news is that you can obtain Agris completely for free by completing specific quests. There is also an option to buy the Agris bundle with Robux if you want faster access. Agris is very strong and helps a lot with both damage and survivability, so make sure to work toward unlocking it as soon as possible. Another major part of progression is cosmetics. There are 4 cosmetics in total. 3 of them are craftable, and 1 of them is the Agris Sword, which comes from the Agris bundle. The Agris Sword gives 20% crit chance and 75 extra health, making it a solid option. However, from the craftable cosmetics, the best possible combination is the strongest cape and the divine wheel. The strongest cape doubles your M1 damage, which is huge, and the divine wheel gives 1.6 times skill damage and 75 extra health. This combination is currently the best setup for both damage and survivability. To craft cosmetics, you need materials that drop from maps. There are 3 maps in the game, and each one drops different materials. The difficulty you choose matters a lot. On normal difficulty, you get 1 material, on hard you get 2, and on nightmare you get 3. Higher difficulty not only gives more materials, but also increases the chance of getting materials, so once you are strong enough, you should always aim to farm nightmare mode. Now let us talk about actual gameplay and combat. The most consistent and reliable way to deal damage in Anime Final Quest is through M1 attacks. Basic attacks have no cooldown, they can knock back enemies, and they deal very solid damage, especially if you are using the strongest cape. Most skills in the game have long cooldowns, which means you cannot rely on them for constant damage. Even though skills can hit harder, you simply cannot use them often enough to beat M1 focus builds. To maximize your M1 damage, you need 2 things: a power trait on your weapon and the strongest cape cosmetic. Together, these massively boost your basic attack damage and allow you to clear enemies much faster. When fighting normal enemies, gameplay is very simple. Your M1 attacks knock enemies back, which allows you to attack safely without taking damage. The most important thing to remember is to always target ranged enemies first. Rangers can damage you from a distance while you are dealing with other enemies, so eliminating them early makes fights much safer. Boss fights work differently. Every boss has its own attack patterns, and they use their abilities often. The safest and most effective strategy is to perform 2 or 3 M1 attacks, then dash to the left or right, and repeat this cycle. This keeps you safe while still dealing consistent damage. If you have the time stop gear or the Agris Awakening ready, make sure to use them during boss fights to deal damage without risk. One important tip is to avoid using your weapon ultimate ability unless absolutely necessary. While ultimates deal damage, they also heal you, which makes them much more valuable as a survival tool. Saving your ultimate for emergencies will help you survive nightmare difficulty much more easily. The game is still very new, so there is not a huge amount of content yet. However, this is actually the best time to prepare for future updates. Farming the best weapons, traits, cosmetics, and gears now will put you far ahead when new content gets released. Finally, make sure to use all available codes in the game. Codes give free rewards that can significantly speed up your progression, especially early on. Here are all the available codes. If you follow this guide, you will progress much faster, deal more damage, and be fully prepared for upcoming updates in Anime Final Quest. If you have any questions about this video, feel free to ask them in the comments. For exclusive content, giveaways, and to hang out with the community, check out my Discord and Roblox group. For a chance to join me in-game, you can also follow my Roblox profile. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more Anime Final Quest.